A dark corridor in 18th century. Versailles. A candle flickers. A hand seals a letter. History is not shaped only by the conquerors, but by those who hide their secrets best. Today, we reveal a figure who didn't even recognize his own reflection in the palace mirrors. The suffocating beauty of Versailles. Dion's early years. Observing everything from the corners. Everyone wore a mask, but no one wore it as perfectly as Dion. The king's first secret assignment. For the first time, he must defeat an enemy, not with a sword, but with a web of lies. It is easy to kill with a blade, but can you rule with a whisper? The French-Russian alliance. The Empress's mysterious court. The time has come to travel to the land of ice, the heart of all secrets. Standing before the Empress, a diplomat by title, but a ghost by nature. The corridors of the Russian palace were a spy's ultimate testing ground. The first time he dons female attire to become Leah. The moment of realization. What do you do when your own body becomes your most guarded secret? Navigating the gossip of the Russian court. He is as gentle as a lady, but as lethal as a general. He was the whisper that toppled empires, becoming the confidant of Empress Elizabeth. Holding the secrets of a queen means holding the world in your hands. The reality of the role begins to overwrite his identity. Is he playing a part or finally becoming his true self? The mission is a success, but the man who returns to France is no longer the man who left. He was heading home, but there was no place left for him there. Paris, the city of lights and hidden daggers. Dion returns, but the shadows have grown longer. The streets don't recognize the man who left them behind. Standing before the king, the silence in the throne room is heavier than steel. Your Majesty, I have served you in silence. Now, I must speak. Rumors spread like wildfire. The newspapers, the coffee houses, the laughter of the aristocrats. A hero has become the city's greatest curiosity. A duel in the dark, the sharp edge of the blade against the fabric of a gown. You mock me with your words, but you have forgotten I am still a master of the steel. Night after night, the quill moves, recording truths that no one dares to read. My story is not for this century. It belongs to the future. The family legacy, the weight of the name. Dion feels the walls closing in. To be what they want is to die, a little every day. The court's judgment, leave Paris or face the Bastille. They think they can silence me by sending me away to the fog of London. The city of gray rain and cold indifference, a new land, a new name, the same suffocating silence. A slow transition. The world finally sees the woman who was always there. I am finally breathing in my own skin. Letters from France, still coming, still demanding secrets. The king still wants his spy, but the spy no longer exists. London's back alleys, the underground world of informants. They think they are watching me, but in the shadows, I am the one watching them. The social circles of London. Invitations arrive. Leah is becoming a legend. They invite me for the mystery. They keep me for the wit. A familiar face from Paris appears at a party. The past is a phantom. It never truly stays buried. Even in exile, the game continues, decoding messages for the French crown. I give them what they need, but I keep the most dangerous parts. A moment of solitude, Dion looks at his old uniform, tucked away in a trunk, a relic of a war. I have finally surrendered. Living as a woman is not just a costume, it is a fight for recognition. Freedom is not given, it is claimed, inch by inch. Witnessing the brewing revolution, the world is changing. I see the storm coming, and for once, I am not a pawn. I am just a witness. Paris cuts off the pension. They try to starve the spy. They think money can buy my silence. They underestimate my resolve. A court case in London, fighting for the right to be recognized. The law is a weapon, and today, I am the one wielding it. The court rules, but the decision leaves everyone in doubt. I have won the battle, but the war for my soul is only just beginning. London, where the fog hides everything, but cannot hide the flash of a blade. Dayon takes up the foil, not for the crown. They looked at me and saw a victim. They should have looked closer and seen a master of the steel. In the dusty corners of a private library, secrets begin to surface. Dayon uncovers letters that could dismantle the French monarchy. Power is not in the hands of the king. It is in the ink of the documents that he tried to burn. News from France. The air is thick with the scent of gunpowder. The revolution is coming, and Dayon watches from across the sea. A world built on lies is finally beginning to crack, and I am the only one who truly understands the sound of that collapse. An arena in London. The crowd is silent. The opponent is a man who thinks he is facing a mere lady, but he is facing a legend. Pride is a dangerous thing. It makes you forget that some ghosts still know how to fight. The struggle ends. The secret is no longer hidden. It is revealed to the world. The shock in the eyes of the crowd is profound. I was never hiding. You were just not ready to see me. Alone in the silence of a cathedral, away from the courts and the spies, Dayon drops the final facade. My life has been a map of shadows, but tonight, the map is empty. Walking through the streets of London, the city feels like a labyrinth. But for the first time, the path is clear. The fog is not a mask, it is a liberation. Thousands of letters, written in a code only Dayon understood, now being fed to the fire. The history they write will be wrong, but the history I lived belongs only to the flames. Standing before the glass, the image is tired, but the eyes are still as sharp as a spy's. The journey was not across the world, it was across my own heart. The world turns, and the name of the Chevalier slowly drifts into myth. I did not seek to be remembered. I only sought to be true. The quill is dry. The ink has long since faded, yet the stories refuse to sleep. Time is not a straight line. It is a circle, and I am finally returning to the center. The revolution swept through Europe like a winter storm. Kings fell and thrones crumbled into dust. They fought for crowns. I fought for the right to exist in the spaces between their wars. A final letter addressed to a ghost of the past. There are no more secrets left to guard, only the memories of a life that was never meant to be understood. Sunlight hits the dust in an empty room. The silence is no longer a cage. It is a sanctuary. I spent a lifetime hiding from the world, and now I find the world hiding from me. Looking into the glass one last time, the face is lined with age, but the soul is finally clear. I was a spy, a soldier, a lady, but beneath it all, I was just a dreamer. They still ask for the truth. Historians, writers, seekers of facts. The truth is not found in books. It is found in the silence that follows when the story is finally told. The flame flickers, once, twice. The darkness waits at the door, like an old friend. Do not weep for the light. It served its purpose. Now, it is time for the night. London hums, unaware of the passing of a legend, a life that bridged empires, now slipping away into the quiet of the night. The room is cold, the work is done, No more codes to break, no more masks to wear. I leave behind nothing but my shadow, and that is more than enough. The boundary between truth and lie finally vanishes. The Chevalier is gone, but the name remains etched in the cracks of history. Historians search for the lost facts, searching for the man behind the mask. They find pieces, but never the whole. The mystery was always the masterpiece. Stories spread across the lands. Truth becomes myth, and myth becomes legend. They will speak of the Chevalier long after my name is forgotten. Others look for their own truth in the story of the Chevalier, finding themselves lost in the shadows. We are all a reflection of someone we are afraid to become. The book closes with a soft thud. The final word is silence. Everything that was written has found its place, and I have found my peace. The halls are empty now, just echoes, ghosts of the court, whispering secrets to the walls. The grandeur was just a stage, and I played my part until the end. He was the architect of his own reality, a puzzle that time could never solve. The greatest spy is not the one who hides, but the one who ceases to be seen. Was he a man, a woman, or simply a soul? The question is the answer. Complexity was my nature, and truth was my only rebellion. Centuries pass. The world spins on. The thread remains unbroken, connecting the past to the pulse of the now. We close our journey here, in the silence between the words. If you listen closely, you will hear the truth calling from the dark. Chevalier d'Eon remains a legend, forever free. I am the whisper in the wind, the secret in the archives, and the reflection in your eyes. This is the last narratives, where history and mystery meet, and stories that lingers in darkness. Subscribe to hear their voices. Stay to learn their stories.